What is up, everybody? My name is Wildboy76, back with another episode. Today's episode is going to be some tutorial on Minecraft. Now, one of the things I've always wanted to do in Minecraft was have something better at a villager. Now, this villager gives me mending. I don't know how many times it tried me to take it, but all you gotta do is get a villager, put it into a boat by setting a boat right next to the villager, coming over to the villager, no, putting it into the boat, get the villager into the boat, take it all the way back to your house, even if it's like the furthest thing away, or you could do it the quicker way, which is put it in a minecart, and then send it all the way off to your home, and then have it trapped into one of these little cages, and as soon as it gets in here, shut the door, line up that rail you put there, put a door, shut it, mind the cart he's in, and then put one of those things down. Now, quickly, I'm going to show you how you can make one. Now, let's get I don't know, normal crafting table. So you get a crafting table, you want to know how you can make one of these. I'm gonna go to survival real quickly. Alright, now we're in survival. Now it should show us. Now, where is it? Where'd you go? Okay. Gotta be up on one of these. There it is. So you need is slabs at the top and one slab at the bottom and a bookshelf in the middle. Then you make one of those. Now with one of those, you place it down next to the trader that's trapped inside of this if you already have this set up. And you will need a bed. Because if the trader didn't have a bed, then he can't sleep and I don't know what happens. Just recommend just get a bed. Then place one of those down, and then the trader should change his job to this. Then sometimes you can get a book. I got mending in this guy. Oops. Did not mean to click that. So this guy got mending. Then my guy over here has silk touch for me. I list them and all that. OP trade now. Mending is extremely overpowered. If you have never got mending, do this method. Now, if you didn't get the one you wanted, you mine that back up, place it down, then he should change his stuff. You do it over and over as many times as you want until you get the certain item you want. Now, the hard part is trying to get him to give you the one you want. Now, it took me a lot of tries to get him to give me mending. Now, the guy I have inside gives me efficiency 4. See, efficiency 4. Now, the one thing about this, is as soon as you get the one you want, make sure they're pinned in. Like this guy can't get over because there's a roof. Make sure they're blocked in where they can't get out. Then the next thing is, once you get the guy to give you the one thing you want, make sure you have all the material you could use to get him up to at least a level 2. So that way he'll stay this way. Now, best recommend, don't mind that up because he may lose his job sometime. And then you have to try to get that. So best to leave that there and get him to at least level 2. Now, it can take a lot of materials. Like, paper is one of the requirements. He wants 24 paper for this. 24 for 1 emerald. Now, you do that. If this has like red X over it, it means he doesn't have enough paper or materials to make it. So you have to keep trading him paper. Or you could trade him books like this to get some emeralds if you don't have that requirement. Now, 49 emeralds for efficiency 4. Not good, not too bad, but It's not the worst. It's better than what I've seen so far. It took me like 50 tries to get this guy down to a level enough price, and I was like, you know what? I want to keep that one. So that's all you gotta do with these guys is either you can do this in creative and spawn them in your little trap hole like I did, because this is my fun land where I can cheat for everything and have fun in the end. Now, if anybody who can tell me how to make this right here actually be like a 4-1 where you can have 4 all the way around, so you could have 4 different enchantment thing, well, power thing, let me know down in the comments. But basically, that's how you do this. You just keep mining that little podium thing over and over until you get the one thing you want out of the trader. Now, I only wanted Silk Judge for quite a bit of things. Mending, I want everything. And efficiency 4, I want on all my pickaxes. Next guy I'm going to try for off video is Unbreaking 3. Now, that was just the trader part. Now, let's come over to here, this big giant tower of obsidian. Now, this is a mob killer. Mob farmer, mob XP, whatever you want to call it. Let's just grab that out. So what you do is you mine 2 pieces of the ground. Then you place chests on both sides. Then you take a hopper, crouch down, place it on top. Then you connect that hopper to that hopper, like so. Then you connect it to that hopper again, and then from here you can't connect it straight from that. But it doesn't matter, because you're going to connect it to this hopper. Now, as long as you don't connect it to the ground by accident, it should all function together. Now you can crouch down again, put some slabs on top, and whatever falls on top of this will automatically go in there. Now that's just to do the simple part, which is right here. Then here you go up 3 high and keep the rest there and mine the bottom 2. Then you start building all the way up here, all the way until you hit 23. So by the time they drop down here, they're a 1 hit or so. 1 to 2 hits. But this is not fully done. This is what I got done because I didn't want to try to build all that fairly long. Now what you do is go from one of these and place 2 on each of the middle, as just I'm doing right now. Now you don't have to use an obsidian or anything. Like I said earlier, you could use any disposable block like dirt, stone, leaves. Leaves would not work because it gives you lighting. These will work. Now after you have these placed down, you count out 8 from the starting one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now after going out 8, you go out 8 on this one, and then do the same thing for the rest. Now, I'll be back because this is going to take a little bit of time since I'm on mobile. So I'll see you back when I have that all done. Now after having that all done, it should look like this. Should look like this. I miscounted somewhere. Yeah, I definitely miscounted somewhere. This one's too short, the other one's too long. Let me count this again. Let me break you all the way back to the beginning. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And you're 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8. So this one went with 9 high. We don't want that. Now, using obsidian is kind of hard to tell But I'd rather use obsidian because if creeper spawns in here and I say I'd come up here for a little sitting and just killing them while they spawning in. And that way creepers will blow it up. If something does piss them off while they're up in here. So now the next thing you want to do. Next thing you want to do is you want to so it's too wide, yeah. Actually, just fill all four sides like that. You should just go around four sides like this. This, and that. So now you have that done. So now you go like that, and that, and that. And then bam, boom, don't cha. I'm running out of things to say when I'm placing blocks, but oh well. Now, let's grab some bucket of water. Now, here comes the tricky part. If I did this right, placing the water there. Nope. Nope. Okay, so when you're at 8 right here, and you're all the way up here, don't do what I just did. So, while you're in survival, crouch, come over here, place a block there. And if you want to, just make it so there's no lighting glitch, place it down there so you have a little platform to walk out on. To make it a little bit easier. Then do that, and then that. And then you place your water buckets there. Then it should flow and stop right at the edge. That's what you want. Now, you build this up one more high. So that way when you have your fountain out, the mobs can't jump right back out and be like, hey, I didn't get stuck. Well, for me, your trap sucks because I can get right back out. Because I've tested this out already on another world. And I went in here and spawned some skelly bobbers. And they just jumped right back out. I'm like, I'm going to have to adjust that later. And I had everything done. So, this is what you should have. You come out. At 8 is right here. That's where you place your water. Then you place one more for 9. Then you place the wall, make it up too high. So you go 1, 2. And then have the water buckets there. Then it should stop right there if you did it right. Now if you didn't, go back and count each block and make sure it's 8 all the way where you have the water sitting at. Then make sure you have 9 where the wall is finished. Now I'll be back when I have the rest of them done like that. Alright. After you have that all done, this is what the final piece will look like of step 3. Because step 1 was building the platform down there and building it up. Step 2 was placing these all in, placing those all out 8 wide. Now you're on to step 3, which was placing all those walls. Now step 4 is, if you're in survival mode still and you don't want to cheat like I'm doing because this is a tutorial and I don't want to sit here and die all the time, you come out, crouch, and build the platform all the way to right over to the other side. Now I think it's one more, but I am wrong. No. It was one more. Now, each side should be like that. You build it up, build it out all the way until you reach the other side. And while you're doing this, just make sure you have a pool of water down there just in case if you fall. Didn't mean to next place. I'm just going to quickly build all these around, just so you can see from above what it looks like when you have them all placed down. If you're in creative mode and you're just trying to get a little helpful tip of how. Now, if you're in survival mode, just do this until it's all placed down, so it's a lot much easier to get across everything. Now it should look like that. Kind of looks like a little toy thing that you'd pull the cord and it flies right up. That is what it should be looking like. That is how you know you've done it just right. Now, go on, fill in all of these spaces. Now, one thing I want to say, this is going to take a lot of materials. So, whatever you're going to be using, make sure you gather enough, because you don't want to go back down and have to regather it. Oops. Come on. Now that is what all of them should look like right there. That first piece I did right there, that's what they all should look like. You know, from up here, kind of looks like dragon skin. That's weird. But I'm going to pause the video, come back, and you will see this all spaced in. Alright, this is what you should have after filling all the spaces in. Now the next step is... Oops, did not mean to break that. You can go from any side you want. I just want to start off the corner. You go up 3 high. So that when you put in the roof, no Enderman could spawn in and teleport out or take blocks away and end up making an open hole for it to no longer work. Now you do that on all the sides, then you put in the roof, then you're done. Now I'll be back once the final product is done and some creatures have spawned in. Alright, this is what it should look like by the end. Now I waited and waited, but I didn't get anything spawned, so I had to grab some eggs. Now it takes quite a while of time, and once they fall down here, they all go down there. All of them. Now some of them will get stuck up, but they'll start to fall because they lose their trackability of... They're going to just stay there. Now this room could get super packed before anything could drop. Like I came up here one time before and I seen every single corner was packed and I almost got killed by a fucking creeper, so I ended up blocking the hole again. But let's go ahead and break these torches. These torches are not part of it. This was just so it was lit up, so you guys could see. This is how actual dark it would be. But now, if you're trapped inside, you get out, build your way up, mine those 2 down there, and place the roof back on top. Now, before I go all the way back to the bottom and start killing them, the one thing you want to do is start placing torches all over the top. So that way none of them will spawn up here. And you don't want any of them spawning up here anyways. Now this is where you're going to need a lot of torches. So if you don't have coal or any torches ability, I best recommend you go farming for that quickly. Make yourself a buttload of torches and start placing it all over the roof. Now, if you want to make sure, a guarantee where they don't spawn up here, just like place torches on every single row.